Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back once again with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. Let's take a look at what our opponent's trying to do. Steam Vent Shock Preordain. Okay. Starting to feel like maybe, is it Wizards? Maybe Splinter Twin, Ghost Quarter, Ugin Lab, Imprint, Cast, and Pass. And Pass. Could be Grinding Station, okay. Well. Emery. Hobble, yep. Tamio. Soul Guide. Metalcraft is online. As long as their last card isn't a counterspell, we might be okay. Forest. KGC. Does KGC resolve? No shot. Oh, just drawing a card, thank God. Minus KGC. Yes. For Tormod's Crypt. Cast Tormod's Crypt. And pass. And pass. Saga Trigger. Did you find a land for... Is it Saga? If you didn't find a land for the Saga token, we're in good shape. Looks like they didn't, but they'll hit Karn with Emery. That is fine. And pass. In that case, let's see here. I could Null Drifter. I think we will plus Karn on Talisman of Impulse. Play Hedge Maze, the setup for next turn. To graveyard you go, and pass. Saga Trigger. I guess now I'm hoping that you don't play Pith Main. Pith Needle Main would be a problem, actually. Maybe I should have Ghost Quartered the Urza Saga in retrospect. KGC or Tormod's Crypt? That's fine, actually. Karn can remain on board pretty easily here. Soul Guide Lantern, yep. Yes. So yeah, maybe in retrospect we should have Ghost Quartered the... whatchamacallit. Meep. My cat is yelling and I don't know why. Likely because I'm not in the same room as her and she's like, where are you? I want food. Don't we all, Meep? I'm gonna return this to my hand. Another talisman. Jesus, what is going on right now? Well, let's cast Null Drifter. 1, 2, 3. Draw 2. There's Emrakul. I can go Misty Rainforest Fetch. Play Talisman. So that's 2 more types in yard. And then Talisman. And pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, right now I just need to draw into some action and then we're okay. But if we don't, we're in trouble. Mm-hmm. Thoracle is okay. This does mean Karn, if I don't do anything, does die next turn. Only thing we have to deal with, Pith Needle's Breaker. Draw. What in the okay, what is happening? KGC is going to be down now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know what to say at this point. Ghost Quarter and pass. KGC down. So yeah, I would say my major misplay here was not just ghost quartering the Urza Saga. I've been forgetting that some are on Pithy Needle main now, which is a problem. So I should have just gone for that, and we would have been in a much better position. But now we're on the top deck mode. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can push to 11, so I draw into a 7-mana value spell. We can play Emrakul for what it's worth. Draw, and then flip Tamiyo, I imagine. Saga. Saga's fine. Clue token. Yes. Flip Tamiyo. Tamiyo plus. And is that all? Somehow we survived. So let me confirm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dude, what is this variance? Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. I'll Ghost Quarter Saga now. And then we'll just pass. So 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'll have 13 next turn for Emrakul, and it will be uncounterable at that. As if we don't just straight up lose. Bobble. Plays Bobble. I feel like that's a good indication that we're not going to just lose. But at the same time, we're going to Rumble now. Haywire Might. Targeting Tormod's Crypt. Well, I will excel your yard. This might be a prelude for the end. Rumble resolves. And grab Stomping Grounds. Shock the Stomping Grounds. I want you to play an opponent. Their Breach. Breach. For Malevolent Rumble? Yes. Rumble. There's the Grinding Station. Do they have enough mana? Chooses Grinding Station. They did not, but now they do. Grinding Station. Next question is, do they have a secondary win condition? So at this point we pass. I can't do anything else. Thassa's on board. So do they have the secondary win con? If they do, they win. So yeah, I think I should probably assume going forward that Grinding Station's always running one Pithy Needle in main. And if I have the option to get rid of the Saga, then I just should. At the same time, I don't think there's a world where I should have drawn into that many duds to end up where I am right now. That was kind of insane. But all they need to do here is find a way to either return Thassa to hand or to destroy it, putting it back into grave. This says opponent control, so they can't use Sync, but they can use Unholy Heat. So they'll need to make sure that they still have Delirium by the time they have Unholy Heat, would be the thought. There's Lightning Bolt, so now they can Lightning Bolt Thassa Oracle as long as they don't... Oh, they just have the Grape Shot. Okay, never mind. Moot point. They have the Grape Shot. So they have the secondary win con. Even without that, they still would have won. Well, that really sucked. And then they'll just escape Grape Shot again. Yep. All right. Excuse me. So just something to keep in mind going forward, that it should just be assumed that Pithy Needle is main. Like how many... I'm kind of curious of the percentage of decks running Pith main. Let's take a look. Grinding Station, Pith main. It's like it's not even on like the main page as a thing. So it's hard to say. It's like 1 in 81% of sideboards, but main board it's not as common. But we've been blown out by this twice now, I feel. And even in the most recent list in the China Open, it did run Pith main. So I think I just assume now that Pith is stock. Okay. Well, that's on me for not considering that. We'll bring in the Consign, as well as a Soulless Jailer. And since we'll be on a play, we'll cut the Gemstone and run it back that way. Let me make sure that this is correct. Sideboard. Team Eldrazi ramp on the play for Grinding Station. You know what? I personally don't shy away from the 61 cards, though my sideboard does have me cutting Emrakul, but I think I actually can just not, since we're cutting the Gemstone anyways. Like 61 cards is fine, as we've discussed. I really should shy away from cutting too many 7-mana value spells if I can help it. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, well, we'll run it back. Me on the play for game 2. I can... That's awkward. Hi, why are you yelling out there? Yeah, you. Like, I want this card. At the same time, we can do nothing with this hand. We'll mulligan. It's not much better. Mulligan. Keep. So we go Rainforest Sprawl into Talisman Rumble. Yeah, let's do that. Meep. Why are you yelling? Yeah, you. Why are you yelling? I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's just chirping away at me. I'll go Forest, Sprawl on blue, and pass. So ideally we draw into a land. Why are you going to harass Butter? He's just laying there. Me, that's not yours. He can lay on the bed. You have an entire futon to yourself. We call it her futon. It's literally just a comforter folded up on the floor. Okay, draw. Null Drifter. So I will go with Rumble. Does Rumble resolve? And I don't think they have any free counter spells in their deck that I'm aware of. Yikes. The fresh hell. We'll grab a Null Drifter. This means that we need to draw land off the top. Worst comes to worst, I guess we evoke the Null Drifter next turn, but like that's not a great option. Scouting Tarn, fetch. Steam Vent Shock. Emery. Bobble. So they have blue up. A little bit, I was going to say afraid of the... Oh no, what? I'm a little bit afraid of them just winning now. Okay, thank God. Come on, land. You got to be joking me. Yeah. Oh, they hit me? Whoa, I was not expecting that. Seriously? Why? Why would you target me with that? Oh, because you bobbled. You bobbled, looked at me, and saw a land and then milled me? But milled another 2 lands after that? Okay. Okay, sure, I guess. Do I just go Impulse or go Drifter? I guess I just go Impulse. And pass. Yeah, it was Swan Song. No shot. Consigns it. Yeah, I mean, it's right for me not to Drifter them. That's wild. When am I playing against Lantern Control? Grinding Station. And imagine they go again, Bobble target me, try to deny me lands. Right now I think that's like the best thing they could do, but they bobble themselves to see if they Scouting Tarn. They do, they don't like what they see. Thundering Fall surveils. Puts Scouting Tarn to grave. Bobble draw. Land. Oh, well, okay. Yes, however, but. Hedge Maze? Surveil? Is it a land on top? If it's a land... Okay. Then I will Null Drifter. You have a consign? Thank God, no. Okay. Well, I mean, we played our land for turn. We drew the temple, so we can play the Karn next turn. I'll pass. There's nothing else I can do. Such a good heads-up play by my opponent, noticing that I was land light. So now we try and resolve Karn next turn if they don't just win. Preordain. I mean, they're one card off from winning. One top. Was it a breach? Rumble. Takes another 4, and there's the breach. They have it. I'm going to choose breach. They cast breach and win. Yeah. Yep. Then grinding station, sack. I'm just going to wait for them to resolve the breach in case for some reason they mess it up. I don't know how they would. Hold up blue. Oh, they're holding up blue. Interesting. Why'd they hold up blue? Yeah, you got it. I'm not going to make you go through it. So, a bit of an unfortunate loss there. Honestly, both of them are pretty rough variance-wise. Yeah, game one, I did make a misplay by not assuming Pithy Needle main, but clearly I just need to assume that going forward. Game two was just rough on the draws, and the fact that opponent had the heads-up play to bobble me, notice a land on top, and hit me with Grinding Station to mill over 3 lands was pretty rough. But sometimes it do be like that. That said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. We will keep this hand. Oh, I shall keep. Reveal Devourer, and pass. So looking like Oculus or Murktide. So we will play the Forest rather than the Stomping Grounds. I would like the Myco Spawn. Well, that Bajuka Bog will be missed. I'll go with red, because Cavern can be used for blue, not to mention if they do play Harbinger, then I'll have blue, so we want access to red. And pass. And pass. Oh no. Fielder. Oh no! It's Mill! God dang it all, man. Okay, 5-7. Why me? Screw it. We ball. Rumble. We want... I don't want that Misty Rainforest. Screw that. I don't even want my freaking... Oh, I don't want my Myco Spawn. Null Drifter, yeah. Karn? Karn seems like a good option. We got Devourer. So I'll go KGC. Play Stomping Grounds tapped. And then we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 currently. Now they could put 2 more types in yard next turn. And if they do, then we can cast Emrakul. If they don't, we'll play KGC. They also could force me to search here and go Archive Trap. Here's Cacophony again. Somehow misses my last 2 types, which are what? Enchantment and Planeswalker, okay. Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. I don't think I can risk the Myco Spawn, so I will go KGC instead. Minus KGC. I will play Liquid Metal Coating, or rather I'll at least fetch it. And then pass. Just trying to attack their mana. I was hoping to keep this Cavern of Souls off the board until we needed it, but now they can Field of Ruin it. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're at 11 right now. Undercity Sewer. Yeah, these Mega Spawns simply cannot be cast. Just like point blank statement, not happening. I say that as well, but like if they had an Archive Trap, I feel like they would have forced me to search already. Flush Strand, fetch. Island. Fractured Sanity. Okay, that's 8 types in Yard now. So I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triggers! All the triggers. So I'll take control of your turn. I only have 12 cards left in my deck, though. So I'm in a dangerous position. Resolves. Tick. Up KGC on nothing. How much else I can do right now, I don't think. Go to our turn, comrade. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So 1, 2, 1. And a surgical extraction. So I can Field of Ruin target me. Because Tasha says each opponent, so I can't target them. I can Field of Ruin target me, right? Destroy my Stomping Grounds. Fail to find. Surgical their Field of Ruin. That might be enough. Because target non-basic land an opponent controls. So, yes, I think that works how I want to. Go to main. Field of Ruin, target Stomping Ground. Yes. Fail to find. And I also fail to find. Surgical extraction. Unfortunately, I can't. There's no Tasha's. I can at least get that Field of Ruin out of hand. So, Field of Ruin. Pay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. That leaves just Tasha's. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with that, and we'll pass. So you can Tasha's me. Is that going to be the remainder of my deck? It is not. Somehow. Play Liquid Metal Coating. Go to combat. Liquid Metal Coating targets sewers. Karn targets sewers. Pass. And now we pray. No! Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So that is mill. Loss for game 1. We'll move the sideboard. What do I even do? Bringing Dismembers. I could bring in Chalice, unironically. At the same time, like, command's not bad, or return's not bad. There's a use case for it for clearing the board of crabs. So maybe bring in at least one more, cut gemstone, keep it at 61. I was realizing that I probably could play like another Karn in this list, push myself to 61, or maybe another 7-mana value spell. Probably another Karn, honestly. Not sure though. Maybe just split the K returns dismember. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Run it back. Oh, if that's the case, hold on. Ugh, I could have kept one K return in. Or one more, rather. On the play. That's a mulligan. That's a we can keep, and we pray that opponent doesn't have a archive trap in hand. Misty Rainforest. Fetch. Don't do it to me, opponent. Don't have the archive trap. Hedgemaids, it doesn't even matter, right? As well, just in case. Screw it, we're gonna keep it on top. It's gonna get milled anyways. No archive trap? That's good to know. A crab. We are going to get rid of that crab. Okay, command, ramp, and exile. This is why I should play a crabs on turn 2. Pass. And hold the ability to respond. I don't think they played Bowmaster, but still might be relevant. Passing. Intriguing. Draw. KGC. Fetch. Dangerous plays, I know. And if they don't... At this point, we're already in. So, if they archive trap, they archive trap me. So we'll just play the Sowing Myco Spawn then. I'm gonna grab Ugin's Lab. That way we can insulate the Emrakul from a surgical extraction. And then pass. Like I said, if they have the archive trap, they have the archive trap. Fractured Sanity. Hopefully they don't draw into the archive trap. They did not. Okay. Another island. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short of the Emrakul. Cacophony. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is Emrakul in exile? Or not exile, in the graveyard? It is not. So now we'll return Emrakul to hand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, return Emrakul. How does this read? Target player. So I can sacrifice the Ipnu, targeting them. Getting rid of a land. We'll see if that's the best play next turn. But it's looking like we might be able to win this one. Wait, paying costs? Consign. Was not expecting the consign, I'll be honest. Well, let's see. We're short of lethal damage, unfortunately. A bridge. That's also unexpected. Draw. Ghost Quarter. Go to combat. Attack with sowing Mycospawn. They have anything they can play? Does not appear. So I'm going to attempt to resolve KGC. You have another consign. Looking like it. Thankfully you do have the second one. They do not. I'm gonna hold. I'm trying to think here what the best play would be. I don't think they play Thoughtseize, so I should be able to Karn for Haywire Might. That way we can attempt to exile the bridge. There's a crab. Minus KGC for a Haywire Might. Trying to think the ways they could kill Haywire Might. Sometimes they play Fatal Push, otherwise it would be a Drown in the Lock. But Drown in the Lock would be able to counter the Might anyway, so let's play the Might and then pass. It's not my preferred to play Might when we can't activate it, but I think it might be safer on the field than in my hand, ironically. It dies or gets countered as same things. Though with it on the field, it can't get consigned, which is relevant. So as long as Haywire Might stays on board, lethal is on board. Fractured Sanity again. Yes. Down to 21. Uboro. Interesting. Like I said, if you can't do anything about Might, you lose. Draw a forest. Might the bridge. Go to combat. Emrakul's pro instant. And I don't have Otawara mana. So this should be lethal damage unless I'm missing something. Opponent scoops it up. Okay. Well, I got game 2. On to game 3 now. So yeah, so I'll bring in another return for the 61 cards. Yeah, I do think what I want to do, maybe I will add in another Karn or maybe another World Breaker. That's a thought. We'll think about that a bit more. Maybe for next week. On the draw, I will keep. It's a bit sketch. Again, we're going to be playing around the possibility of a archive trap. We send it. Forest. Sprawl. For blue. There's the trap. Breaker and Yard, we'll have to keep that in mind. Polluted Delta fetch immediately for our sewers. And blue. Pass. And pass. Crab. Crab. Lab. No imprint, unfortunately. I'm going to use the blue for talisman. And then the green for sprawl for red. And then I'm going to dismember crab. And pass. And pass. Next turn we can kick the sewers. They have the Field of Ruin, so if they have the Archive Trap, they can force me to search at any point. Cacophony. And Visions. Maybe we get rid of the Field of Ruin. Forest. Sowing Mycospawn. Kick. I'm going to kick the sewers. Do I want anything here? I guess maybe Temple. I mean, at the end of the day, with the hand we have, we can play anything in our deck. Ooh, though there ain't much left, honestly, looking at this. I mean, chances are they're going to mill me. So I think we just grab the Temple. And then pass. Keep in mind we have that World Breaker in Yard. 5, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. We need a 7-mana value spell to be able to bring it back and cast it for 10 total. There's another land, but no black source, which is important. Tasha's, 8 cards. What do you have? Oh, Jesus. Sprawl. I'm just going to go for black, I guess. I cannot cast this Rumble under any circumstance. Play Lab. And then 1, 2, 3. Return Breaker to hand. Sacrifice the tapped Lab. Imprint. And attack. Polluted Delta, fetch. Cacophony down to 8. You have a second Cacophony down to 0. Yeah, you got it. Not much I can do about that, friend. I mean, that's mill for ya. Alright, well, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I will keep this hand. In an ideal world, we have a kicked Mycospawn on turn 3. I'll pass. And put a pause on end step. Sacred Foundry Shock for Ragavan. Oh, hold up. Is this burn? What is this league? Okay. Not thrilled about that either. Hedge Maze. Trigger. Sanctum. Grave. Draw. Second Rumble. I will Rumble. Stomping Grounds in case we need Decay Return. And pass. So we can block if we need, and still then play Mycospawn. They also might just kill it, which is fine because that will soak up, 2-3 damage. Sacred Foundry Shock. Bolt Wave. Yes. Take 3. And skewer the critics. Target me. So yeah, we'll block here. No reason for me not to. Go to blocks. Block. As much as I would like to kick a Mycospawn. K-Command. Interesting. I think we will follow up with a K-Command here. We'll pass. This is K-Command X equals 2. I mean, I think regardless, we just exile this. The less damage we take, the better right now. Talisman. I don't really want to deal myself too much damage with this Stomping Grounds, so I think we will sack the spawns. Get rid of the Stomping Grounds. Tap for red. Probably bolts me. Nope, that's a Boros Charm. Down to 8. And then I will grab the Eldrazi Temple. That seems correct. We could also grab Ghost Quarter. It's a thought. I think I'll grab Temple though. And then Stomping Ground tapped. So next turn we'll have a 7 mana value spell available. And pass, otherwise we can Rumble. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. There's a mountain. There's a Boros Charm. Down to 4. Yikes. Malevolent Rumble. There's another Sowing Mycospawns. Yes, I will grab that. Because then I can go 6. Kick your Sacred Foundry. How many basics do we think they run? I'd say at least 3. Question is, how many of each? I imagine at least 2 mountains, maybe 1 plains. So I don't think Ghost Quarter will do enough, unfortunately. So I think instead I will grab another Temple. I'll play the Misty, but I'm doubtful that I'll fetch anytime soon. Down to 12. We need 2 turns. Opponent's passing. Go to combat. Attack for 6. Play Talisman of Curiosity. Play Talisman of Impulse. Cast Devour of Destiny and pass. So lethal is very much on board right now. Even if they were to hasten a slick shot show off, it won't be enough to kill me. We got there. Alright, let's go to sideboard. Consign's not gonna do it. Haywire Might is good though. We just bring in the Might and that's it. Yeah, it's a thought. It's a blocker, gains us 2 life. Maybe an EE for 1? I mean, I feel like Return does something similar for the same amount of mana investment. So I think we just keep it as is then. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Let's bring in the Haywire Might. That would be my thought. Opponent's probably going to bring in maybe Wear Tear, Smash the Smithereens, Skull Crack. Imagine mainly those cards. Maybe Blood Moon? Blood Moon's an option, though I don't think a good one. I hate to say it, but they could be playing Molten Rain. It does destroy a land and deals 2 damage. Traditionally, do I think that's good in burn? No. But it could be argued with the current meta that Molten Rain might make sense. It's expensive, but it's basically a sinkhole plus a shock, right? That's how you could break it down to make it a bit more reasonably sounding. I will keep... At the very least, this is a K return on turn 2. And pass. Shock. Swift Spear or Goblin Guide. Lava Spike. That's okay. Draw. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Forest. Sprawl. For red. Pass. And pass. Sunbaked Canyon. And pass. Draw. Bajuka Bog. I'll play the Wooded Foothills and pass. This way we can hold up the K return and set up for an next draw if needed. That's a Boros Charm. Yes. Down to 12. Bolt Wave, so they don't have a prowess creature at the very least. End step, Wooded Foothills, fetch for Hedge Maze, Surveil Trigger, Breeding Pool to Grave. Do not want to shock land right now. Forest. Yeeks. I mean, we could go KGC minus for Chalice. KGC minus for Chalice of the Void. And then pass. Down to 5. And pass. Swift Spear. Of course you play it now. 3 damage and we die. Yep. Yeah, if it was 1 turn sooner, we could have dealt with it. Damn. And we did. Okay. To game 3. I think we run it back just the same. Maybe there's an argument on turn 2 to play Rumble rather than holding up the return. My only thought there. I guess we could cut the gemstone for another return. This will be on the play. Probably reasonable enough to do that. On the play for game 3. I can keep. Reveal Devourer. Trigger. Would like a soul land. There's the soul land. It does, however, mean that I cannot Windswept Teeth this turn, so instead I will Bajuka Bog, target you. Pass. And pass. Advantage and Swift Spear. That is fine, we can get rid of Swift Spear. And draw. Play Lab. Imprint. And pass. Fetchwood Foothills. Sacred Foundry Shock. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Cast a spell with mana value 3 or less. In that case, we'll cast this now to avoid the 2 damage. And pass. I will cast Kozilek's command. X equals 2. Exile Eidolon. Windswept Teeth. Fetch with Windswept Teeth for a forest. Do we rumble or sprawl? Right now we have no threats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think we rumble. Sowing Mycospawn would be able to kick and block, so we'll go Mycospawn. And pass. And hold up the ability to respond. Bolt Wave to 15. So no prowess creatures then. Draw. Emrakul. I will... Is kicking worth it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not sure it is. So instead we'll not kick. And play Eldrazi Temple. And then pass. Because we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yes, we can cast that Emrakul next turn. And turn their burn spells back on them. Otherwise, we will have lethal on board the following turn between Emrakul and Mycospawn. Boros Charm down to 11. Yes. And pass while holding priority. Or rather, the ability to respond. Goblin Guide. Yes. No attacks. Draw. KGC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Emrakul. If you have burn spells, you should cast them now. Another Boros Charm. Down to 7. Should have probably attacked first, because those block. Okay. An Eidolon and a Boros Charm. To target player or planeswalker. Draw. Swift Spear. So I can play Boros Charm, target them. No reason to play their Swift Spear for them. So opponent's going to scoop it up, and we'll take the win. All right, well, we'll be back for match 4. All right, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. The Soul Land makes his hand so much better. I'll keep. We have 8 hits off the top, and we have Devour that digs 4, so I think this is okay. Reveal Devourer. Oh, hello Hammer Time. Actually, it could be Metalwork Colossus as well. No Soul Land. That's a bit yeesh. I will exile all, or do we want the K command? I think we exile all. Try and find something better. I'm gonna go Forest, pass, and pass. Ink Moth. Yep, this looks like Hammer. Yep. Oh god. Oh no. Rumble. What the fresh hell? Wooded Foothills? Yeah. And pass. We do have this Kozilek's return if we do make it. Saga. No colored sources, so you can attack for 2, that's fine. Well, there's the temple we've been looking for. Temple or Foothills? Because what are you most worried about them playing right now? They can't play the Pure Steel. playing Temple would allow me to get World Breaker. Yeah, so I'll play Temple and pass. Because we do have the ability to interact with Ink Moth. And we can always clear board if needed. There's a plane, so they could place a Garda's Aid now. I'm gonna hold till end step. We'll take the 2. And then K command. For 3. There's a Myco spawn. Utopia Sprawl down. Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2. Forest bottom, Myco spawn top, and draw. We can exile the Saga and hold up return. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will exile the Saga. Will you make a construct? Surge. Okay. Hexproof, yes. That is fine. But it means you don't get a construct, which is okay. I will play Templar Lab. Doesn't matter as the Eldrazi spawn will die. So I think Lab. Or not Lab, Temple. Temple. Wooded Foothills. Pass holding the ability to respond for Kozilek's return. There's Saga. Do you make a construct or float? Okay, I got a float. That resolves. Mox Opal. There is Pure Steel. Yes. Will you attempt to equip? You will attempt to equip in response. I'm going to fetch for a Stomping Grounds Shock. And then cast Kozilek's Return. Another Ink Moth. Animates a Ink Moth, but shouldn't have a way to equip it. Oh, did they mess up? I think they animated the wrong one. Draw. So I do have the ability for sowing Myco spawn again. The question is, are we more scared of the hammer or the Ink Moth? I think the answer is the hammer, not to mention the breaker will be able to block the Ink Moth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will cast, I guess 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 2, what allows for both Myco spawn and for World Breaker. Is there a benefit to that, I guess is the question. Yes, actually. Ugin Lab Imprint, Devourer of Destiny. No kick the Mycospawn. Oh. No kick the Mycospawn. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Mycospawn comes in. I'm going to grab an Eldrazi Temple or a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter is also an interesting thought. Yes, I'll grab the Ghost Quarter. Oh, I'm dumb as bricks, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Yeah, I messed up on that one. I was thinking like, oh yeah, Ghost Quarter can take out Inkmoth Nexus. That would be good. So it's like, it's still not bad, but I should have not grabbed that. I should have played the World Breaker and exiled the Colossus Hammer. Yes. Okay. Yep. Emrakul, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, see, this is what I was actually going to do. I was going to cast the World Breaker, crack the Sanctum, and then play Emrakul this turn. So I'm glad that it worked out, but yeah, that was a mistake on my part earlier. Triggers. And we will get there, so that is hammer time. Win for game 1. Return is nice. Consign is good here. The question then becomes, do we cut the returns? Because the returns can sweep pretty well. Dismember is not as good because it does target, right? Is Consign better or is Return better? Consign can counter the trigger of Urza Saga, the trigger of Sigarda's Aid. Can, you know, actually counter the hammer itself. That's about it. So I wonder if we even bring in Consign and just hold the returns instead. Maybe bring in one more return? Yeah, I think we just keep the returns then. And go up to 61. On the draw for game 2. This hand is good. I'll keep and pass. Goes down to 5 cards. Skips their draw, cast Opal, Windswept Teeth, and pass. Pass. Second lab, so we'll go lab, tuck Emrakul, and hold up the ability to respond. Now if we draw into another 7 mana value spell, we can cast Karn. And get rid of Opal. They do have Archives. That tells me they did bring in Consign. There's Ornithopter. Hallowed Fountain. Casting. Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic will grab Cauldra or Hammer. Let's find out. Hammer. Okay, so they have a way to play it or put into play. I'll play Temple, and I'm going to ramp and exile Mystic. Done. And pass. Next turn we can play Karn. There's Pure Steel. Draw. I will play Misty Rainforest and fetch. for a forest. Actually, maybe we go Stomping Grounds just so we can then cast Return. Yeah, Stomping Ground Shock. Now I can go one of two directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 3 would be 4. Yes, we can cast Sowing Mycospawn. This will give Karn a blocker. And also give us ramp. Tempted to go Cavern, though I think maybe the Ghost Quarter for real is a good option this time. Just so we have it for following turns. And then cast KGC. The question then becomes, do we plus or minus here? I think we will plus on the Mox Opal, just so that way they don't have Metalcraft. And pass. And pass. There's the hammer. Pure Steel draws. There's a Pithing Needle naming Karn. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Yep. Memnite and pass. Draw. Another Temple. I'll play Temple. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one more Typing Yard and we will be able to play Emrakul. Already have a land in yard, so we can't use Ghost Quarter. Stoneforge Mystic. Grabs Kuldra. Shadow Spear. Interesting. Confirming 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, Soul Land doesn't do it. How do you want to proceed then? We'll just pass. Well, there's the Rumble. Rumble. Actually, does this add types the yard? The Mycospawn would be a type in the yard, yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unfortunately, we're still off. So I will grab the Mycospawn. We'll get another blocker for what it's worth. And I will play the Temple. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. So we'll have to wait till next turn to play Emrakul. And with Emrakul, we will be able to sweep board. Shadow Spear, that's fine. You'll draw a card. Tempted to play the Mycospawn before the Emrakul. The main reason being is a consign, I suppose, but even if they just counter the body, we still have the trigger. So I will return Emrakul to hand. And a return to boot. Well, I'm going to go to combat, but opponent's going to scoop anyways. Which I think is right. They can counter the body, we'll still have the trigger, we can still sweep the board if we want. So I think we're in a pretty advantageous position. With that, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look. We can keep this hand. Forest, Sprawl, on blue or red? red for command, but we can always fetch with Foothills. But I think we will red because I want to fetch Foothills for Hedge Maze if possible, so red. Pass. And pass. We'd also like some action off the top for sowing Myco Spawn to ramp us into. That would be ideal. Let's see what our opponent's playing. Temple Garden. Interesting. What plays Temple Garden? Tapped. Ornithopter. Is this Hammer Time again? Opal. Starting to feel like Hammer Time. KGC is good. Well, in that case, sowing Myco Spawn, cast. I think I will grab a Ugin Lab in that case. Though, if we do assume it is Hammer, then maybe once again we go Ghost Quarter. I do like that idea. I will go with Ghost Quarter. And pass. And pass. There's a Saga. Saga is a bit awkward because we could hit it now and stop them from getting another mana, but it would give them a basic, and if they have pure steel, that would be a problem. So I think we just hold them. And opponent's gonna pass, draw. Null Drifter. I'm gonna play Wooded Foothills. I am going to fetch. We have red. I would like blue. So I'm gonna grab a Breeding Pool and Shock. I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna play KGC. Oh, I could have played Utopia Sprawl first. It is mana neutral. So we did lose out on a mana there. I will plus on Opal, take him off of Metalcraft. And we're going to go to their draw. I feel like they had Sigardazade, they would have played Sigardazade. So draw, Ghost Quarter, Saga, pass. You have a mana floated, but for what? Another Saga. Okay. And opponent's passing. Draw. Another Emrakul. Let's take a look at our sideboard. We could Chalice on one. That would be an option. I can equally Haywire Might the Urza Saga as also an option. Tempted to do that here. Yes, I'm gonna minus with Karn. I'm gonna grab Haywire Might. I am going to play Haywire Might and activate that targeting Saga. Opponent's gonna scoop it up. All right. Again, I think this is Hammer Time, but I can't say with any degree of certainty, so I won't categorize it just yet. We'll have this sideboard with the assumption that it is Hammer Time. I think we just bring in the 4th return and run it back. That seems right. Yeah, I guess a good question is, if I do want to go back up to 61 cards, we could play 4 Returns main, we could play 4 Karns main, we could play another 7-mana value spell, though kind of diminishing values there as far as Ugin's Lab is concerned, since we're already at 11. So I would say maybe Return, maybe Karn main. Trying to think what the last card could be otherwise. I don't think another land. We flood out enough as is. So maybe Karn. It would shore up the matchup against Grinding Station. Probably won't touch that much until next iteration, though. I think when I was just creating this one, I was like, oh, I don't need 61 cards because we cut down on the number of creatures we had. Maybe we go 12. We'll see. Alternatively, I know one thing that I might test, depending on how Breaker continues to perform, is maybe Sire 7 Deaths. I've been the biggest Sire 7 Deaths detractor since it's been released. I might finally have to bite the bullet and actually test it. The main reason why, to all those that I've said, no, Sire's not good, do not play it, the reason why it might be okay now is because control lists have started to fall off. Oculus isn't as good. They're going back to Murktide now, which is better for us. So, like, yes, there is, like, the random Miracles Azorius control decks that are running out there, or the Azorius Days Undoing decks. Like, for the most part, control is kind of falling off. So I do wonder if maybe Sire now is a good time to play it. This hand's okay. We go Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, okay, we keep this. I has ideas. Because we go Verdant Catacombs, we fetch for a Stomping Ground, we play the Ugin's Lab, and hold up the Return. That seems like a good option here. We also have the Ghost Quarter for Inkmoth Nexus. Now, this is still all assuming that this is in fact Hammer Time, which we still don't know. All I think we saw was Urza Sagas and Ornithopters and Mox Opals. It feels like Hammer Time. I just don't know for certain. It planes. Shadow Spear. Still can't confirm it, but still feeling really like it's Hammer Time. Catacombs, pass. We'll pause and end stop. Not much else we can do. Beseiju. Interesting. Okay, Stoneforge. Yeah, so this is Hammer Time. What do you grab? You grab Kuldra. You grab Hammer. Fetch. Stomping Grounds tapped. Ugin Lab Imprint. Do we let them overcommit the board, or do we return now? I think we let them overcommit the board. Because, yeah, they can play Colossus Hammer. If they go Sigarda's Aid into Colossus Hammer, then fine, whatever, right? That's okay by me. If they had, like, Cauldron Complete in hand, I probably would have killed the Mystic. Yeah, that's fine. Draw. Sprawl. We cannot play Sprawl. Ghost Core is not much of an issue right now since there's an Inkmoth, so unless they find a way to haste it, I think we will just play the Temple here, then pass. Hold up the ability to respond. They don't have the colors for whatchamacallit, Pure Steel yet. Paying cost. And in response. I think not, opponent. No legal targets. We'll pass. And draw. A Talisman of Curiosity. I will play Sanctum of Ugin. Talisman of Curiosity. Sprawl. 4 blue. And pass. And pass. How many types do we have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Draw. Rumble. I will green colorless rumble. Null Drifter. So I want to confirm here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll grab the Null Drifter. Imprint. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Emrakul would like to say hi, opponent. I will sack the Sanctum. What would I like here? We could just go World Breaker. That might be correct. We have Null Drifter otherwise. I think World Breaker is correct to get rid of the Colossus Hammer. Otherwise, we can always get rid of a land. And opponent scoops it up. Solid stuff. So that was Hammer Time. That was a weird league. We started off with Grind Station, went into Mill, Burn, Hammer Time. Weird. But 3-2 record, can't complain with that. It is respectable. One thing I try and remind people all the time is like, you don't always have to 5-0 for it to be a good league, and I would count that there as a good league. Especially a win off a burn, I'm very happy with that. With that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting that like button. If you did notice any lines that I missed, any mistakes that are made, or just some general feedback, it is always appreciated for you to leave a comment down below as well. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope to learn from you all as well. And last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and aren't already, please do consider subscribing. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers and reaching our goal of being able to monetize our videos. With that being said, folks, as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!